Coach?
Yeah, thanks everyone for being here, especially those that traveled down from Chicago. Belated happy Thanksgiving and happy holidays and Merry Christmas to everyone. Really proud of our young men. I thought we would have to weather a storm there early, and we did, and credit Illinois, especially some of the wrinkles that Garrick put in offensively. We had to adjust a little bit defensively. I thought we did a terrific job of that in between series in the first quarter. And after that, I thought our defense was absolutely dominant. And it's 2 weeks in a row, and it starts up front, and that group, again, today was just absolutely outstanding. From a standpoint offensively, you know, we knew they were going to load the box a little bit, and we were kind of a block away. And I thought Adam Cushing did a great job making an adjustment. That play that popped in the third quarter there was an adjustment that Cush recommended at halftime, and you know, there's no group that's done a better job, I think, improving throughout this year than our offensive line. And to see the way that group again imposed their will back-to-back weeks for us to run for 300 yards against you know, a man-free team that had every gap full, it means that we won a bunch of one-on-one battles. So that credit goes to that offensive line, the way they've improved, and the job that Cush has done with that, to say the least. You know, the narrative of our football team has all been based on one game, and that was our difficult loss down at Duke when we were a little bit shorthanded and played a team that was really hot. I would prefer if that narrative gets changed. This is one of the hottest teams in the country, a team that's dominated back-to-back weeks, and a team that I think has improved more than anybody else in the country, if not anybody else in the Big Ten. And I'm incredibly proud of our young men for that. They went to work the minute we got off that plane. We didn't have the results right away, and we're disappointed about that. But they went to work right away, and the response that we've had here over the last few months is a direct reflection of the way that they've prepared and the job that they've done every day preparing mentally, and then obviously the physical work that they've put in. So I'm very proud of our seniors. I'm very thankful for them and their families. It's great to send them out with a Big Ten win on the road against our rival. This is a big game for our program. You know, when I took over the program, Mr. Ryan made it very clear to me how important this game is. You know, I try to impress that upon our guys in training camp. We then put it away and pick it back up this week. And I thought we had a great week of preparation. And the Landon Lincoln Trophy means a lot to our program. This is the biggest game of the year for us. And for us to come down here to Champaign and have a dominant performance, I think was a great exclamation point to a terrific senior class. So I'm proud that the way they finished, but even more excited for one more opportunity with those guys. And look forward to finishing up finals here and, you know, finishing the right way, the Wildcat way academically, and getting things done, and then finding the great privilege that we get to have whatever bowl destination we get to go to. I think this is a pretty attractive team. I would hope that we get to field a lot of calls. I'd be disappointed if we didn't. So with that, how about some questions, please?
What did you see throughout the season, just kind of this building of momentum, and also what does it mean to, in the regular season, on a roll like this, and to win so emphatically?
Yeah, you know, I'm not a good math guy, but 39 and 42 and only giving up 7 over the last 2 weeks. And we, you know, we're, I think, a pretty hot team right now. And, you know, last week I thought was one of our best performances based on the elements that I've ever seen a team that I've been a part of. And then, you know, we knew we were playing a team that was shorthanded, playing a lot of young guys. We knew we were going to get a pretty big flurry from them early. I thought we weathered that. And then when we settled down and started to play our style of ball, you know, 42 unanswered, I think, is a statement. And, you know, I'm very proud of the guys. I mean, this doesn't happen by accident. This happens through the way that they've prepared. There was a lot of people taking shots at them, a lot of people taking shots at our program, taking shots at our coaching staff. And I thought they answered that by shutting the noise off and doing the only thing you can under those circumstances, and that's go to work. A Chicago work ethic, roll your sleeves up and go to work. And that's what they did. And that's why we're Chicago's Big Ten team. And if we can do that more consistently, if I can coach them better to do that, then we can take the next step as a program. So it's great to be state champs. It's great to own the land of Lincoln for another 364 days. But, you know, the destination that we want to be at is Indianapolis. And I'm really disappointed that we're not there, especially for our seniors and for our fans. But I tip my hat to the Badgers. I mean, did they win? Are they winning?
I think they were up.
Yeah, I mean, I tip my hat to them. I mean, Paul, I already voted for him for Coach of the Year. I think he's done a phenomenal job. I texted that to him a couple weeks ago. And, you know, obviously we lost the Big Ten championship that day when we were in Madison and we had a lead. So I think this team's learned a lot, and we're just very thankful for our seniors.
Coach, you guys haven't played a close game since the beginning of the month. Do you think you've ever had a team this hot?
I haven't had time to reflect. I don't know if I've had a team that is prepared like this team is prepared. I think we're always really good at that because that's something that we emphasize. But this team is at the top right now, without a doubt, with the way that they're preparing, and then they're taking it with them to Saturday. I said earlier in the year to you guys, I think during probably some press conferences, I didn't feel like we had a preparation problem. I thought we had a performance problem. I didn't think we were taking that prep to the game. And, guys like Godwin, guys like Justin, Garrett Dickerson, Tyler, they kind of looked at each other and said, we're a good football team. We need to go play that way. And guys started making plays just by playing fast and having fun. So, obviously, I've got to do a better job with the start of the season, and I will. I definitely will. But, just so thankful for those guys.
Most of the offense was running today, but the 52-yard deep ball to Bennett, how did that sort of jumpstart the offense?
That was a great play by Bennett. It's 50-50 ball, and he goes up and makes a big-time play. And he was really mad last week when I got on the headphones and said, Mick, if you throw it again, I swear to gosh, So he gave me one of those kind of crazy – Bennett gave me one of those crazy looks. He said, all right, well, I guess I'm going to go block. So, he's only a true sophomore. I mean, that's what some people forget. We're playing 25 freshmen and redshirt freshmen. I mean, this is not – I know we have some marquee seniors because they've earned that, but this is still a very young team. I mean, it's exciting to me to finish with our seniors, and it's exciting to me to get these young guys going to work and practice here. That's why bowl season's so special. You get to work a lot with those younger guys. When we find out who and where we're playing, then we'll get going game plan wise. But they're doing a good job.
You mentioned how dominant the defense was. How critical were those turnovers, the fumble recovery, the touchdown, and Patty's interceptions?
Yeah, Shannon, it's the name of the game. Number one correlate to victory is turnover ratio, and we stress it, we emphasize it, we work on it every day on both sides. Ball security, taking the ball away, defense when you take it away, getting the ball tucked away. All those things. And that's not unique to us. Everybody does that. But, it's critically important.
Coach, obviously their quarterback came out and was gaining some yards on the ground early. That's something you guys struggled with a little last year. Daniel Jones earlier this year. And then it seemed like some adjustments were made. He didn't get much going on the ground the rest of the way. What did you talk about with that?
I didn't talk a lot. I was doing a lot of listening. The credit goes to Hank and the defensive staff. Daniel, we're all in scrambles. So, that's one of those you live and learn days down there, and we didn't get off the field on third down and credit him. So I'm tired of that narrative, so we're going to put that over there, okay? I appreciate the question, but I'm done with that. I think we've erased that. From a standpoint of today, they put a couple new wrinkles in, and like I said earlier, credit Garrick McGee. I thought he did a really good job with some things. On the one long run, we misfit it, and then the next run they had a hat for a hat because we hadn't seen that yet. They had a blocker for everybody. So Hank came up with some adjustments, talking to Batesy and Marty and Jerry, and the guys went out and executed it. So, but I thought we tackled really well today. I thought we tackled. We may be the best tackling team in the country. I think as hard as we work at it, we take great angles. We don't miss very many, and when we do, which we don't chart it, I don't really care about missed tackles. I care about bad angles. I care about bad footwork. I care about lack of aggression. If we've got those three in order, I'm not going to be mad if a guy goes to eat and takes a shot at a guy. But then the cavalry's got to be there, and I think we've played really good team defense all year.
Back on the defensive score, got some guys who don't get their hands on the ball a lot in first defensive score in a couple of years. How fun is that?
Yeah, I think Bennett's play kind of was maybe a momentum play, but I think the strip sack touchdown was huge. In a sleepy building to get that kind of juice going, it was good. It was big. The sideline erupted after that.
What was the thinking getting Tyler in there?
Yeah. Well, that's kind of tradition. If you do, you go back to Bo Cisick and some of the other guys. We have some traditional things that we do. Obviously we didn't want to try to get a touchdown, but wanted to get, our number one, something out of the ordinary for him. And I think, Teddy wrote a great story on what he's going through and what his family's going through this week, and I thank him for that. It's a story of perseverance. It's a story of love. It's a story of family. And, just try to do something special, not trying to disrespect Illinois at all, just trying to do something special for a guy who's been just such a special member of our program. Yeah.
I know you don't care about outside perception and all that, but for a team to have a 6, now 7-game winning streak, Power 5 conference, do you feel like you've gone under the radar a little bit from an outside perspective?
Yeah,
why?
Yeah, I think the narrative, like I said, that just keeps being said about our team. We go back to one game early in the year that keeps being said. I mean, there's a team on the other side that's ranked ahead of us that we beat. I don't understand that. We went head-to-head with that team. We have the same record with them, and we're ranked behind them. I don't know. I don't understand that, but I don't really care either. If we would have won the games, it wouldn't matter. So that's what I love about college football. Every game matters. I heard Alabama lost, huh? Yeah. Isn't it great? Isn't it a great game? I'm not saying that they lost is great, but it's just every game matters. Every game matters. Every game matters. You're watching the games here over the Thanksgiving weekend, and I don't think there's anything better right now than our game at sport in America. I mean, we got a 3.14 team GPA, But it is a sad time, too. I mean, I'm seeing friends lose their jobs, and it's a tough time right now in our profession. But that's the nature of the beast. That's what we sign up for. And, my thoughts and prayers are with their families because they're all great guys trying to do the best they can for their players and for their programs, and it's just the nature of the beast. But tough times for those families.
Coach, it seems like Justin sometimes gets ribbed for not being super fast. What would you like to see him race for almost 80 there?
Yeah, I don't really care about the negative. He's going to go down in the history of Northwestern football as the best running back of all time and go down in Big Ten history and some names that are etched on Heismans and Doak Walkers and, those types of awards. You want to talk about a guy who's been under the radar, it would be Justin Jackson, And even in our league, there's a consistency there to his performance for 4 straight years. He's a once-in-a-coaching lifetime type young man. His grit, his toughness, his perseverance, how he works. But what's so impressive about him is just who he is and the teammate that he is. I'm just privileged to have the opportunity to coach him one more time. Very thankful for him and his family.
Anything else for Coach?
Yeah, Coach.
The narrative you mentioned, why do you think that exists, and what does Northwestern have to do? I mean, it sounds like you feel like you've done enough to change that already, but is there something?
Yeah, we got to win games. We got to win games, Shannon. That's the bottom line. You want to change the narrative, you got to win games, and it just is what it is. You lose a game shorthanded. We lost a lot of guys going into that week. We had opportunities to make some plays we didn't early, and the team that beat us played really well, probably their best game of the year. And that game has been the narrative, even though we've gone on a 7-game winning streak. But as I ask our guys not to focus on the negative, I've done the same thing as we've gone through the streak. Just focus on what we can control, and that's the way that we play. And so if we want to continue to change that narrative, we've got to continue to win the Wildcat way. It's doing the right things in the classroom, being just unrelenting in our community activity and helping our community and being a part of it, and then winning football games. That's the bottom line. And this is a production business, and I think our guys should have earned respect this year with the way that they've responded and the way that they've finished the year. And if not, then we got one more opportunity to go earn that nationally, and then we'll get going on the off season and move into a beautiful brand new facility here this off season. I mean, there's so much amazing momentum going on right now in our program. It's ridiculous, and can't wait to hit the road recruiting on Monday and get going on this class and finish things up for the 20th, and then get around and start seeing some sophomores and juniors, sophomores and juniors getting going on the next 2 classes. So a lot of great momentum. Just very thankful for the just relentless support that we're getting from our trustees and our fans and all of our great supporters and our alums, and I hope this team's making you proud. Thanks for your support. All right, thanks a lot, guys. Go Cats.